Welcome back to another episode of Couch Talk. I'm Justin,
Uh,
joined by.
I'm Logan. This is
I'm
our
joined by. We're together. We're always
yeah.
together. This is our first official time doing the webcam for our review.
This is our 6th official time recording this goddamn review.
Logan forgot to record his mic in our
Yeah.
last recording, so we're doing episode 0 of Dies Irae.
Dies Irae. So
Which we don't know anything about going into, so there's a visual novel or something like that.
exactly.
I don't really do visual novels.
Yeah, visual novels are what, games basically? That you
Yes, essentially.
play through games, because Steins Gate was based off a visual novel. It's just basically, what are the kind of like Telltale games, essentially?
I think so, but a lot more simpler.
Yeah, they're just basically make
I think it's
decisions.
just- Yeah, decisions. And I don't think there's actually much. I don't think really.
So we know
I have no idea.
nothing going into this.
Going into
Absolutely nothing. We just saw it on my anime list. We're like, oh, okay, we'll check it
It
out.
looked like an interesting thing this fall.
And then secondly, it's an episode 0, so it's a bit different, I feel, than what the actual
I
show's
feel-
gonna be.
So yes, that's what I woke up to this morning. This was episode 0. It was originally supposed to be episode 1. 18 episodes for the season is what my anime list had. But then it got changed to an episode 0, and the whole my anime list got turned around. So that changed what I was going into. I was like, oh, episode 0, this must be like a teaser prequel.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Well, we know it's a prequel because the synopsis for the actual show says it's in 1945, and in this one it shows
in the episode it says 1939.
yeah,
I think it says like April 29th or something like that.
some yeah, those don't matter.
So what we're gonna do for this review is what we do for the other ones: break it down, basically scene by scene, and at the end, say what our score is and everything like that.
Yeah, there'll be some benefit of the doubt since it's an episode 0. But
So
let's just jump
straight
into this.
episode.
Oh well, before that, if you enjoy like what we're doing, please let us know. It really helps.
Yes, especially with the webcam.
Yeah, just
like
leave a
that.
like or a comment. Be like, all right, I enjoyed this. It doesn't have to say I enjoyed this, but just give us some feedback. Any feedback, positive,
and-
negative, any of it's good.
And of course, what you thought about the show as well.
Yeah. So let's jump on in.
So right into this, we see Reinhart walking through this golden city, which to me gave me some Castlevania vibes with the aesthetics, the music. The music I actually really like throughout the show. It has
A
a
giant
kind of old style like orchestra music, kind of, I guess.
a giant floating city.
Yes,
This ain't no
flying.
ordinary damn
Golden
city.
city.
This
Yes.
city floats.
Golden city flying, which is important. So
And he also stares down some what looks to be maybe a main character. He kind of stares down like this. He has like a scarf. He has like bluish hair.
yes, I think I saw him as like a main character on my anime list. So.
It looks like they're good versus bad, kind of, or like they're going head to head, essentially.
Yeah, going head to head. So this episode mostly focuses on Reinhart himself,
Yeah. So that's Reinhardt.
who
I'm
is
from the
a
future,
Nazi.
and now it jumps back to 1939.
Yes, to 1939, which we kind of can assume that's the Reinhart in the future, just because in the end it goes from the prequel him
Yes.
to this him.
It makes it
at the
clear.
end again.
It heavily hinted at the beginning, but then it clarifies at the end.
Yes, so blue-haired boy, we don't know shit about him. That's all we get. And Reinhardt kind of, like you said, stares him down smiling. So we go straight back to 1939, where he meets with this guy who's caged up,
Carl
Called-
Kraft.
Carl Kraft, or the Mage.
Carl.
Or the Mage. This guy, he can see the future, at least we think. He can
Something
see
like
the
that.
future.
This
And he
world
can,
has like
has-
powers.
yes, and this is where we don't really see a glimpse of it here. We can assume there's something going on because this guy says he's a mage, or at least some call him a mage, and he's here to take Reinhardt to his fate. And he has that
Ooh.
weird glyph in his eye.
Ooh. To his
So he's-
fate.
Yes, to his fate. And he has that weird glyph in his eye, which makes it seem like he has
Some
some
like
sort of power.
sightseeing power.
Yeah, because glyphs usually mean magic.
Yeah. Well, you can tell
Um,
there's like kind of magic-y feel, or like a there's like weird.
alternative field
Yeah,
field to the
it's
world.
not based off like reality. There's like some. It's a different like universe with like different rules, but
Yes,
we don't
exactly.
know about them yet.
Um, so after that, we really just this is where we start getting some crazy characters introduced.
Yeah.
There's like a
So
little this girl we're assuming is a girl. Um, she kills this guy in bed, and I think she chews off a piece of the guy and
I'm.
spits it out.
Yeah. I don't know what. I don't know.
I think she bit off a piece of that guy, and that's why he
Something.
started freaking out.
I don't know.
And then there's this other psychopath dude outside who's fighting with all these guards.
Yeah. And then the woman jumps out, starts
The
fighting
woman jumps
him.
out to fight him, and this is where we start to see there's something going on. She gets several bullets shot through her, but they just like phase through her.
Yeah.
So this is where we first get our introduction to like, hey, there's powers or something
Yeah.
going on with powers, and we don't know why they're fighting.
We
Besides
have.
the fact that I think they just love to fight and kill.
It seems they enjoy fighting. Just how. I don't know. They're always
Because she comes
smirking,
out and she's like,
smiling.
"Let me join," and he's like, "No, this is my fun."
They're probably close. They just like to, try and kill each other every once in a while.
Then we go back to Reinhart at a party. This is where we start to see his status in this world. Everyone kind of looks up to him like, "Hey, you're the perfect human being. Got the blonde hair, blue eyes,
Yeah.
perfect."
They said he's the perfect, basically,
Basically, what the Fuhrer
prime
wants.
example.
Yeah, prime example.
If we
of what
could
the Fuhrer
clone
wants.
you, Reinhardt, we'd be good. That's what they're saying.
Yes, we clone you over and over.
If we could make a world full of you, we're golden.
But we get the vibe he doesn't really care about that whatsoever. He has his own goals that this mage is constantly talking to him about. Like, hey, if you follow me, you'll get to this place.
Yeah, you'll get to
This
where you need to
golden
go.
city
Yeah.
that floats in the air.
Then we get some more characters. How about
We're
that?
introduced to the 3 Valkyries.
I'm not gonna try and say their names because
I'm not either.
it'll sound like
Besides
I'm
Riza, the purple hair, I can say Riza.
it'll sound like I'm having a stroke.
Vaughn. Help, I can't say it.
So the 3 Valkyries that also want to assist Reinhardt, it seems. At least
Yes,
give
they
them
want
their
a system.
like. Let it
They
use
say their
us.
service
Yeah.
to Reinhardt.
Let us give you our services.
And honestly, they have some high status too, because they're women in this time frame that
And they
are
also
sitting
have
in this
they also have a
powerhouse.
title. They're like known as the 3 Valkyries. That's the
Yes.
vibe I've got.
Yes. So really, they just kind of introduce themselves when they first come on.
We're
Like,
never
hey, we'll help you.
we never know like what they're trying to help with or what's the goal here. It's kind of left as a mystery throughout.
Yes.
Because even
And-
even the Ice here, Craft doesn't really say. He kind of gives these ambiguous terms like where you need to go. I'll take you to your destination. It's like
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's a episode 0 thing. Make us want to know what is their goal.
yeah,
What
kind of
their-
just open up a bunch of questions and don't answer a single one. That's episode 0.
And then we get introduced to this other girl with her father,
More characters.
and she seems. Wait a minute. Let me go back to this scene here. She's in this weird room with all this, like, bodies and a machete. I didn't notice actually until now. I'm looking at it. So I feel like she's like a collector of sorts. Obviously,
Wait,
she's
which-
got this weird like
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
magical box, and then all these characters, I'm probably gonna be saying a lot. They're just psychotic.
Yeah. Are you talking about the woman in the red dress?
Yes,
Yeah. Well, her father seems very uncomfortable
around
like,
her.
He's kind of seems like please get me the fuck out of here. Like, he seems like he does not want to be there.
It's like he's forced to be with her.
And then, we don't know what that box is, or if it's a box, or if it's just, like, something wrapped up, or, like, we have no idea. And then, like, it starts, like, glowing, too, or she starts glowing.
One of them starts glowing.
It's...
so...
It's more questions that you're like, what is going on? And then we jump back to the other two psychos that we mentioned earlier start fighting.
The girl, the guy. We don't really learn names, so...
I don't think they might have mentioned it, but I can't remember. I don't think they ever said
the girl and the guy's name. Maybe they did. I missed it, but I don't think they did.
So basically, all the characters we got introduced to kind of like
come together. Finally.
In like it looks like a park.
The red dress mistress, which they probably said her name. I don't remember. She comes across one first.
Yes.
But it gets interrupted
by one of the Valkyries.
A Valkyrie, which I feel like is a good thing for the guy who got interrupted, because I feel like the mistress probably could have just slaughtered this guy. Yeah,
she seems like she didn't seem phased when he was coming at her. She's like, all right.
And he had his little magical battle aura turned on. Power up, let's go. And this is where we see the Valkyries are strong. She was able to stop this guy, but they don't seem like they have too much powers of their own right now. Just the fact that
they just use swords.
Yes, and they're just happen to be strong and they know how to fight.
So the little Valkyrie fights the crazy man. What looks to be the leader of the Valkyrie fights the crazy girl, man. We don't actually know. Even the character was like a man, woman, neither.
Or neither. Yeah, exactly. So it's a little it's
ambiguous.
Yes, character background stuff to, I guess, bring up more questions.
Yeah. Then we get
in the end, it doesn't really matter, but it's another question thrown out there.
But when you have a name, it's hard to know who you're talking about. It's the woman who might be a man, but might not be either.
Has a
patch.
Eye patch.
Or the one who bit the man's maybe dick off earlier. We don't actually know.
He bit something off.
Then we get an interesting convo between Reinhart and Kraft.
Kraft, yes. This is probably like... Carl! I do like this conversation between them. Basically, he's trying to... You define Reinhart here more. He's someone... He doesn't quite have his goal defined here, I think, which is why Carl says he never uses his full power.
Right.
But says, if you were to use your full power, you can have this dream I was talking to you about in the very beginning.
Right.
Basically, it seems like he's leading... Now I'm using your word, basically. He's using
I implanted
Reinhart to become the Fuhrer.
Yeah, even Reinhart said, he basically said he doesn't need to use his full strength, because he compared it to what? He said, a lion doesn't use its claws to break open an egg or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And Kraft's like, you're right, but you have... If you use your full power, you can do basically anything. I think he was hinting at, you have the capabilities to become a leader of this world. I'm guessing what he's saying.
Yes, but I'm pretty sure those analogies were said by Kraft.
Were they?
Yeah, because... Oh, no, never mind. You're right, yeah. I'm watching the scene here. I think I just got confused from the voices. So basically, this is... I'm stealing your word, man. You said basically so many times in our last recording session that you didn't record. Now I'm saying it.
I'm avoiding it. I'm now you look like the bad one.
Yeah, now I look like an idiot.
Why don't you say basically some more, dude? Fuck.
Well, after this scene, we get to see Reinhart
step into action.
The fight, which is where I think he came in the first place to do, but got sidetracked sidetracked by the Valkyries and Kraft.
Yeah.
Well, I think they were going to casually walk over anyway.
Yeah, true.
And just end it when he felt like it. He's the kind of person that's like, don't get in his way. Everything's on his time. He doesn't care about what's going on with the other people, really.
Right.
As you see when he enters the fray, he just, as you put it, bitch slapped one of the Valkyries.
He does. He just like
out of the way. He's like, get out of here. I'm coming in. And he fights the guy Psycho. It's just bandaged everywhere. Or he's not bandaged. He's just wearing, I don't know, like a mental outfit.
He's wearing like a lab
rugged.
His arms are bandaged though.
Yeah. So, and he just one punches the guy. This guy obviously, this shows how strong Reinhart is.
Right. And he has no expression during this. He's just like, I'm a badass.
He
get
just
out of
looks
my way.
down on him. He's like,
you're done.
Got those evil eyes, and I'm like, get out of here. And then he moves on to the eye patch girl.
Yeah. Well, first he
basically grabs her by.
He bitch slaps another Valkyrie
he
away.
Bitch slaps another Valkyrie.
And then
grabs the girl by the eye, basically
like
throws
eye gouges her.
He says, "Yeah, exactly. Get out of my way. I don't have time to be messing with anyone." I think right after that is where we kind of.
Then it shows it shows like Reinhart transform, which we're assuming is present day Reinhart, into like this. First of all, his hair grew like 10 feet. Second of all, he looks
much better with the long hair.
He looks more like. He kind of looks more evil, and like more. He's not as stoic. He kind of looks like more, I guess, arrogant. Not arrogant, but like confident. And
he kind of has some emotion showing.
Yeah,
finally.
He's not walking around like with a stoic face. He's like.
Yeah, I would say arrogance kind of. He's got that's maybe not arrogant. He's got to the point where he just
like that cocky smirk.
Might look down on everybody.
Yeah.
Where he thinks he's way above everyone.
So this is where we kind of like jump to the future. It feels,
or present time or whatever that time. And this is where we see a whole bunch more new characters. Some of the old characters are developed at this point.
Yeah, there's the
and they all seem like they're working together now.
Yeah, it seems like they're
Some of them weren't working together. Now they are. Oh, dying over here.
It seems like they're just killing everyone, and like it looks.
They are. This is wartime, so. But World War II, they're clearly on the Nazi sides.
Yeah.
At least in the beginning, they might not be, because like we're saying is, Reinhart looks like he's becoming his own Fuhrer. He's taking the world into his own hands.
Yeah.
With this Golden City. Golden City!
Yeah, these characters just look like they're killing everyone with ease. The last like 2 minutes were kind of wild. It's like so much is happening, and like some stuff you're like, what is that? What is that? What the fuck is that?
Like, some guy's throwing some magic red ball into a tank.
Yeah, there's like a spider guy. There's like a little person that looks like they're chained up and stuff. It's tons of questions.
We got a lady with a giant sword, or a guy with a giant sword, and a lady next to him.
Yeah, and then their city goes into like a wormhole.
Yeah, their Golden City goes into a wormhole. This is where it kind of opens up all the questions like, are the Nazis winning the war this time in this alternate timeline? Or is Reinhart necessarily a bad guy? Or is he a good guy? Like, we don't know what direction he's taking the world.
We have no idea.
And he could be a bad guy, but be the main heroine of the show, I guess. It might be like, this is what's going to happen from his point of view, and he takes over.
Yeah.
But we also see that the boy in the beginning he's staring down on, that we're assuming might be
kind of like the good guy.
Maybe this is showing the point of view from like Reinhart before we get into the show, where it's maybe from the point of view of the boy.
And we mentioned this in our last one, that how if you probably played the visual novel, this would probably make a lot more sense. You'd probably kind of know what they're going for or know what's happening. We have no idea, so we're just a bunch of guesses.
Which is I guess we'll go ahead and go into our review.
Yeah, that brings us to the rating.
Yes, and why the bunch of guesses is good. If this is an episode 0, based on the fact that it's episode 0, I'm giving it an 8 because it gives you all these questions like, hey, what's going on? Episode 0s are supposed to do that. They're supposed to give you teasers, kind of hype you up, give you all these questions that make you want to watch episode 1 and continue with the series. And I feel like it does it. These characters are really interesting. I love Reinhart. He's got the stoic badass type to him. And he just seems like, hey, get out of my way. I'm cool. So because of that, I'm giving it an 8. It sets it up. I don't know. I have a thing, I guess, for alternate timelines from World War II because there's so many interesting takes you can take with it.
Yeah. My rating, I was gonna say 7, but I'll give it a benefit of the doubt bonus. So we'll say 7.5. I'm very confused what's going on, which is I don't like not knowing, but I'm guessing that, like, okay, if episode 1 just kind of picks up where that ended and they keep doing this random stuff, I'm not gonna really like that. I kind of want them to establish, like, at least what's happening or what happened.
Yeah, the plot and the story.
There definitely needs to be some establishment of story, or like at least explaining something, because this explained nothing and just opened up a ton of questions, which I'm trusting it will, because this is episode 0, like you said. Like, it's to get you,
and it's only gonna be 11 episodes, so they're gonna have to get something in there and tell it quickly.
Yeah, but since it's 7.5, episode 0, it piques your interest. It's like, all right, I'll check this out. Maybe I'll actually know what's going on. Maybe I'll get told something. But I'm expecting it to, so we'll see. Next.
That does it for our review. I hope you like our attempt number 6 at this.
Oh, jeez. I hope everything works.
Be sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends, share it with people. Sharing helps. Comment down below what you thought of the episode. If you agree with us on anything, disagree with us on anything, what your review might be. Feedback on us and our webcams. Other than that, anything I'm missing on the closing basics of YouTube?
We're good.
Alright, that is it for this episode. So until next time, peace out.
See ya.